Kala Beats. Linea 27. This is Kala Beats. This is Kala Beats. This is Kala Beats. This is Kala Beats. This is Kala Beats.
Eastern Europe, you know, like really grassroots initiatives, and it's like also a series of lectures how, for example, funds have been influencing on the social things and everything. And right now I am trying also to combine it, in some kind of research. So it would be also really interesting base for us, I think, because basically we are also making some kind of, movement right now, I think. For example, in November, like in 2 weeks, I will be in Netherlands.
Nice. So close to ENC and Julia is there, Hert is there, and so maybe you can also
Yeah.
collaborate more closely with them. Mhm.
So, for example, I will be I will arrive at Netherlands like 8th of November, and it will be really late night. And then I will need to go in some kind of the city, small city in suburbs. But still, I can, for example, I can one day stay, for example, to meet them and maybe to talk with them, maybe to have some kind of also interaction with you and to talk to all of us and everything. So it would be also nice. And in Netherlands, I will make also a workshop about how to engage auditory and the Ukrainian specific auditory to the musical events, to the sound festivals and everything. Yeah, because we are also making some small community with Italians and Amsterdam and also another partners and also from Riga there is partners. So it's also some kind of interesting stories, and they are working on the topic of music, but it's more like instrumental music. Yes, but uh, something really also I will try to, to integrate everything. So it will be also interesting to share something together and have something. And also,
Great.
I am.
I see in the background that the set in Krakow finished already, so I think
Okay, that's great.
we are going. Yeah, we are going closely to be online. Hope
Yeah.
so.
No, still there is a set. I see there is a set. Ah, no,
People are
already.
dancing. Yeah, no, it's finishing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I see.
Gleb is, I think, Gleb is joining us, and I think it's moment that Gleb will also connect our conversation to the output.
Yeah. So about this.
Hello, hello. Oh, I hear you.
Hello.
This hot voice. And then give it Gleb to output, please. Good evening. Can you hear Gleb?
Good night.
Hello, hello. Hello everybody. Gleb, please give it to the output. Don't forget to give it to the output. You have him? Yeah? You listen, Gleb? You listen, Gleb? You have? Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, yeah. Great, okay. So we are. Yeah. To the water, underwater cable. Sit down here. It will be touching meeting. There will be a delay a little bit between you and Krakow.
Hello, guys. Hello, Gleb. Hello, Sophia.
Hi.
We have touching meeting across ocean. Mommy and the son. Yeah.
Before Rome left from Krakow, I was joking that Rome is going all over the world and meeting my family everywhere.
Yes, I'm traveling across the world and yeah, to say hello to Glad family.
Can you just add yourself a little bit louder if it's possible?
Me?
Yeah.
Is it better like that?
So,
There's.
here we are.
There's more people.
Our-
Maybe you want to change this. It's maybe more comfortable now for you. I imagine that everything is well in a technical way. There are team from Krakow. Guys, in the name of, I'm sorry, in the name of like global relations, I would like to say hello to people in Krakow and to say also to people in Kiev and also in Nice and to people who are here.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
Bold.
Thank you for having
We are in one picture and we can hear another. I hope in that headphones with a short delay, but still.
Yeah, yeah. So we're here and we are together. We have prepared some tastes and special stuff. We have sweet goods.
The delay is not so strong,
Yeah?
but maybe you can give more our sound and less music from background. Yeah.
Which music?
It is heavy rain here. How is weather in Krakow? Oh, you're lucky guys. So cool. Oh, here just rain whole day and everyone soaking wet in this whole gallery. But place is so nice. If you can see, very nice exposition. Many people, many kids crawling on the ground, and very, very nice. The small green studio that Rom made in few days. He did great work. And welcome to New York. Uh, I hope, guys, we will not be not only online. We will be meeting more often in real life also. But like everything, yeah, everything changing and life like this. Like all my family living in different countries, and what can I do? Just travel sometimes and see them. But online, I can be every day, stay in touch with everyone every day. And it's big improvement in our life. Like before, when people immigrate, they just forgotten for each other after 1 year. But yeah, yeah. And now we're living in different countries and still staying together every day. Sophia is so pretty as usually.
Yeah,
Oh,
and we are me and Jakub down is like close to me. We are from Kiev. Yeah, we are Carbon Art Residency. We also have this also connection because recently we decided to make together this togetherness like in a wider perspective, and we are like a digital art community and also making music. So in Ukraine and music and visual arts and DJing. So we decided to make some also interaction.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I saw Rome visited you a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see, like now Rome is only one connection between different countries. Only Rome can travel in different countries. And other people just stay online. What to do?
Very important person for us
Yes.
and for me.
Rome
Yeah.
is connecting people.
Yeah, we need to take care of him definitely because who will do all the stuff that he's doing in different countries and traveling all the time?
Yeah.
And where he's now actually?
He ran away, but it's okay. You can ask me some questions.
Yeah, because I see a lot of voices. Could you turn the camera to the?
Yeah. Which one? That one or that one?
Ah, okay. So in the middle, you are from laptop.
Yeah, maybe there is some younger
Okay.
generation
I will
close.
try. I will try.
We hear young generation of digital artists right now
Yeah,
making noise. It
exactly.
also could be some our.
Okay, guys. So
Hey.
Noise,
here is a noisy. Here
noise.
is not
Yeah,
really
yeah,
like
yeah.
here is not really like a place for panel discussion. We will have a discussion after tomorrow. We will record this and we will stream it also. And also we invite you. It will be 4 o'clock New York time, so it's 10 p.m. for you. If you want to join us, people from Amsterdam will be there also, Tommaso and Julia. And I don't know, we can start, I think, your performative part, and I distribute headphones around people. So there are some people who are working with headphones, and they are like partly inside of our activities, partly working and watching the exhibition. I will turn the camera now also then. So I mean, I will switch between, because there are two cameras. One is over there. Oh,
So we
this
will
is
have
three.
the
And
discussion, Rom, we will have the discussion tomorrow about the conflicts in Ukraine.
well, I
yeah?
think, maybe I must
Palestine.
say what the dynamic of the situation, because yesterday night there was like a news here around people preparing the exhibition that, well, there is no opening tonight. The opening is postponed to Saturday night, and we have like a kind of a
Introduction, yeah?
discussions, introduction, like a kind of a public program beginning and something like that. And then I took it. Okay, I sent this information to Krakow, also to put to our group, and then there was a okay. So let's have like that, and we have like a 3 days. Yeah, you need to go there, and you can see you. Okay.
Is it young generation, yeah?
Yeah, it's like
Great.
new members, of the studio in New York City. And so there was like okay, let's have activities tonight, let's have opening tomorrow, and let's have a public program on Sunday. But finally, today morning, I got a call from the curator. No, Roman, it's not like that. It's still, we keep the opening for tonight, and everything is like in the program. So there is the opening, which is not the opening, because there is a global strike, and we take part in this global strike. So I'm part of the discussion team. Or I want to ask you guys around about that's this complicated situation, because it's really, we did last F year, we focused on this in last F year, and it was very important for us to talk about this, also about this ambivalences, also about this, post-colonial kind of a background for everything what's happened in the world now, but in the same time some splits or different positions that we can recognize in those processes. So it's like something what we need to learn about the situation and about our place. And of course, there are many declarations from Western leftists, but on the other hand, it's sometimes for me it's kind of a hypocrisy, but we need to discuss absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
So
for
it's,
sure.
yeah.
Because, for example, these two conflicts, they are being,
Fighting into each other on
yes,
focus
yes,
in one
yes.
way, and also about yes, it's like a
And also,
game play by big fat fish over our yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so I think this situation is also really connected in some kind of way, in geopolitical way,
Of course.
because I see also that it's also some kind of, path of Russia also in this conflict there is, because there is some weapon. Which is used in this conflict, and
Yeah.
so yeah, and there is a lot of also negotiations in Ukrainian society about this, because of course right now the essence of the attention, of course, on this situation with Palestine, and of course the aid, and especially from US, from USA, is also focused right now on Palestine, and there is some kind of idea if this will be more longer than a weeks, then US will need to decide, um, about the
Yeah.
aid, because it's like, it's both of the conflicts, and it's like
It's too much. Yeah.
yeah, and too much. But I think
And then maybe China is waiting.
yeah, China is
With,
waiting,
Yeah, I
and
don't know, but Biden said that it's okay to help two countries.
yeah, but I think yeah, it's really slowly, but not slowly, but really in really high frequency going to, to the bigger conflict in the world, but
it's a hybrid
yeah,
third world war.
I
It's
think
actually now.
that the essence of the Cold War right now is getting not cold, and it's like, like appearing itself. This idea of Cold War is appearing in the high hot level, So it's
Yep.
right now is going on, and I think this what we are doing right now, it's a really great thing, because we are trying to make this dialogue open, and without, without judging, without to understand the way of these situations, all of these situations, and how we came to this point when humanity went to this point, when before like 30 years there was some kind of more peaceful, yeah, of course there was a conflict, there was a wars, but there was some kind of more peaceful thing, and
It was
the
time to prepare
yeah,
for
and
the
the
next
value
conflict.
of
So
people.
I don't see any moment in history when it was more or less. It was
Glad
more
we
No,
are
no, no,
talking.
I
hot
mean,
war or cold war
yes,
or
yes, yes,
separated, totally separated
Oh,
small
wow.
conflicts
yeah,
But now, because of technologies and how the world developed itself, now any conflict can't be separated from others. So now
Yeah,
we
yeah, for
are
sure.
still
Good.
global war conflict, and yeah.
But there was another
Uh,
thesis
but
about that humanity is already on this
Gleb,
level that we can make.
Gleb, we can't hear you. We have very bad sound from Krakow. I don't know what's about you others, but we have very bad sound from Krakow.
Yeah, I heard the
You hear
essence,
well?
what
Okay.
Gleb was
I hear you
asking.
very good, and before was very good, and now is very bad. I don't know why.
Hi, right now.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yarkos, can you go into the Facebook and see Gleb something wrote to you? Yeah, it's about communication also, and I was just saying about this
Can I say
that
something?
humanity is came to this level that we thought that we can discuss this
Yeah, I think it's kind of a dream right now for people. I like
yeah,
all people was thinking that we are already on this point, but how we see it's like it's
it's not it.
completely
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, the escalation is just going on up and up, up. We're still on this line of escalation. We don't know what will be on the top and when this process will go down again. Because second country already in war, and who knows who will be next. And what I wanted to say that you guys are really giving good news to people and nice colors, not like dead bodies like another channels doing, you know. And that's why it's very important that you show to people very bright colors of the light. You show to them different side of humidity, and your work, especially in this moment, is very important because people like to see and watch bad news, yeah, and journalists like to make that
The news.
interview and
Mhm.
very scary news. But someone need to do this good part of our life, and you guys doing this, and it's very always very pleasant to watch you and to hear what you're saying, singing, playing, dancing, costumes, colors. You like you're doing this great, and I'm happy to see this and participate
It's also
somehow.
kind of way
Yeah.
we are trying to show that you can think different with
Yeah.
this way how we express ourselves. I think so. Yeah, and I
And we
think
Yeah,
are
it's
showing our connections,
yeah.
and we are having this artistic dialogue
Yes,
also.
and I think
Uh,
it can help to change like the view of the people as well. I think the art is
yeah.
like one of really important things in the mindset of people. We can do a lot with this.
Yeah, on development and what people will remember, like you see, like we still have this old painting from few hundred years ago, and it's very expensive. And this is what people remember from a few hundred ago. It's art. And like when I lived in New York before, I love to go to different like, galleries, Lincoln Center, Opera, and after that, when I live in New York and I stay in Ukraine and Europe, I really miss only like few plays from this big city. It was Met Opera, Christie's auction, and Lincoln Center. I didn't care about anything else for these 2 years, and I always wanted to come back in these places, and I visited them already. And it's interesting, they look a little bit smaller, you know, like when you come back in your childhood, town. It looks small and but still very nice, still magnificent.
Yeah, and right now we understand that yeah, art is really working too, and also we understand that art should be also a tool to talk, to have this dialogue about the situation, what is going on, and
Yeah.
it's you know this
Yes, it's always kind of mirror of,
reflecting.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
art is really reflecting all is going on, so it's really in essence what we are doing eventually. So,
And
yeah.
it's also kind of a therapy for the people who do this and also I think who watch this because actually when war started I have 11 years old and like I cannot imagine like I have a small brother and sister which one was born in 2010 and they like their whole life was with this situation already and I think it's kind of really horrible. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. Also, you guys don't have like any I wanted to say like you're free to say anything, whatever you want, yeah. And you can share your ideas, of course, if you have some, and uh, you feel free, and you show this freedom to another people.
Yeah, and eventually art can help, like also in the physical thing, also by donating, for example, Yarkos during the first steps of our Ukrainian war. Uh, Yarkos, maybe you could tell, uh, you collected like an art and help with donating like
Yes,
any.
yes, it's also really
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Um,
Can you share, Yarkos, how you on the beginning helped?
Yes, I don't cannot too much speak because my family sleep, cat and wife.
Okay, okay, okay.
But yes, we did some NFT art for support Ukraine. We did different event with donation. Yes, art is power. Change mind of people.
Yeah, and Yarkos, by the way, he's from Zaporizhia. Oh, yeah. And he needed
Wake up.
Nice
to
kitty.
relocate all his
Yeah.
business from Zaporizhia. Yeah, because right now there is a bombing, and basically these days there
Sophia
was
is also.
yeah.
Oh, we can hear you now.
Yo, and now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
can
can.
hear you.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah. Sophia also is from Zaporizhia, so.
Oh yeah, so we have great.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Sophia is from Hortica.
Шевчик.
Okay, so we will move to our next chapter. Later, we will meet again with Yarkus.
Yes, yes.
And
It's in 2 hours. Yes.
even, I think, less. We will check in a moment.
Okay.
I'm ready.
That's perfect
Yeah.
answer. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, and
Thank you.
see you soon. Давай,
See you.
пока.
See you soon.
Пока, Лебушек.
thank you and see you soon.
Пока, Софика.
Bye. And we're going to next chapter.
Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте, Света. Это команда «Плечо в плечо».
Агрессивная информационная война России, которая ведется ее большой пропагандистской машиной, продолжает производить дезинформацию, чтобы оправдать свои действия в Украине.
По школам Украины в приказном порядке пошло требование согреть солдатов АТО. Как? Кровь российских младенцев. Это сок такой они наливают. Я говорю, это не безумие, Борис, это безумие.
Взяли ребенка, 3 лет мальчика, маленького, в трусиках футболки, как Иисуса, на доску прибили. Один прибивал, двое держали. И вот это все на маминых глазах. Маму держали, и мама смотрела.
Солдаты говорили, что спасибо, что мы вас не расстреляли, но нас надо всех уничтожать. Тоже задавали им вопросы местные жители. Ну зачем? Почему вы? За что вы воюете? Нам пообещали клаптик земли и 2 раба.
Мы получаем в рамках проекта «Белая книга», собираем данные о преступлениях хунты. В Краматорске там есть блокпост, который просто невозможно проехать даже гражданскому населению. У стариков отпирают десяток яиц. Женщину 47 лет, эпилептический припадок случился во время изнасилования на этом блокпосту. Отволокли, автобус наблюдал за этим. Вы только вдумайтесь, что...
Маленьким деткам, на уроке природоведения. Кормить книжки, потому что в желтой синей украинские стихи. И в частности, потому что сидит, это стихи, поведение, когда насиловали 12-летних детей, и каждый униформе и их просто на пассажирова. Вы хотите видеть такая карта? Это молодая информация, это мой образ,
It's insane.
В стране, где президент гонит,
In a country where the leader's insane.
а учитель получает за свой пот народ.
And teacher's job is blowjob.
Ты посмотри на удочку, что просто себе плывет.
Take a look at the duck that just peacefully swims.
Что просто себе плывет.
That just peacefully swims.
Что просто себе плывет.
That just peacefully swims.
Ты посмотри на удочку, что просто себе плывет.
Take a look at the duck that just peacefully swims.
Сексизм, расизмы, популизмы, прочего вида ебанизмы ты не бери в счет.
Sexism, racism, populism, and other sorts of dickheadism should you just ignore.
Просто смотри на удочку, что просто себе плывет.
Just take a look at the duck that just peacefully swims.
Сексизм, расизм, популизм и прочего вида ебанизм ты не бери в счет, не бери в счет.
Sexism, racism, populism, and other sorts of dickheadism should you just ignore. Should you just ignore.
Лучше посмотри на удочку, что просто себе плывет. Лучше посмотри на удочку, что просто себе плывет. Лучше посмотри на удочку, что просто себе плывет. Просто себе плывет. Просто себе плывет. Просто себе плывет. Просто смотри на удочку, что просто себя плывет. На одном конце от голода, а на другом от бургеров гибнет миллионы голов в год.
Starvation on one side of the world and burgers on the other take millions of lives per year.
Ебать это в рот, пока есть уточка, что просто себе плывет. Ебать это в рот, пока есть уточка, что просто себе плывет. Ебать это в рот, пока есть уточка, что просто себе плывет.
Just don't give a fuck. While there is a duck that just peacefully swims. That just peacefully swims.
Ебать это в рот, пока есть уточка, что просто себе плывет. Просто себе плывет. Просто себе плывет.
Just don't give a fuck. While there is a duck that just peacefully swims. That just peacefully swims.
Когда твои друзья вне времени, когда твои друзья вне времени, а твой батя мертв, Просто смотри на уточку, что просто себе плывет. Просто смотри на уточку, что просто себе плывет.
If you wait for your friends to get you, and your father is dead, and your father is dead, just don't give a fuck while there is a duck that just peacefully swims.
Просто себе плывет.
Just peacefully swims.
Просто себе плывет.
Just peacefully swims.
Просто себе плывет.
Peacefully swims.
И только когда жизнь на планете как коса скосит атомная война,
As a scythe will be mowed down, the life on the planet.
тогда уже смотри, браток, сам себя.
Look at yourself.
Ведь уточка Надежда тоже умерла. Ведь уточка Надежда тоже умерла. 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 Уточка Надежда тоже умерла.
Faith the duck isn't alive. Faith
Уточка Надежда тоже умерла.
the duck isn't alive.
Уточка Надежда тоже умерла.
Faith the duck isn't alive.
Свет.
My name is Svet.
Я хочу вам открыть свой секрет.
And I want to introduce my secret to you.
Как и у каждой красивой девушки,
Just as every beautiful woman,
ну, или не только, не обязательно красивой. Вообще говорят, что у каждой девушки должна быть какая-то загадка, какой-то секрет, какая-то тайна.
not necessarily beautiful, but as they say, every woman should have a secret.
Тайна.
Mystery.
И у меня тоже есть тайна.
So do I.
И она хранится у меня дома.
And I keep it at my house.
Нет, нет, не в том доме, которого уже нет, который разбомбили.
Not that house that is built now,
А того дома, который я себе сама сейчас строю.
at the house that is being built by me.
Ну, то есть не того дома, где я родилась, где я воспиталась,
Not the house where I was born,
а того дома, где воспитываю уже я сама себя как личность.
the house where I raise myself as a personality.
Так вот, у меня дома есть секрет.
I keep a secret in my house.
Я вам про него могу рассказать, но покажу потом.
I might tell it to you, but I'll show it later.
Но с этим моим секретом, который у меня спит сейчас дома,
But this secret is now sleeping in my house.
он сейчас спит сладким сном, и я решила его не будить,
He's having a sweet dream, and I decided not to wake him up,
потому что мертвых нельзя тормошить.
because you should not wake the dead.
Знаете, я назвала у этого секрета, у него есть имя.
This secret has a name,
И имя этого секрета
and its name is,
и имя его,
his name is,
и имя его Юрик.
his name is Yurik.
Нет, нет, не Йорик, вот этот шекспировский, хотя у них, знаете, много чего общего.
Not the Shakespearean Yurik, but they have something in similar.
Не Йорик, а Юрик.
Not Yurik, Yurik.
Юрик — это сокращенное, знаете, сокращенное имя Юрий.
Yurik is a shortened form of the name Yuri.
Кстати, мое отчество Юрьевна, как и отчество моего брата. Моего отца зовут Юрий.
The name of our father is Yuri.
Но нет, нет, мой секрет — это не мой отец.
But my secret is not my father.
Хотя,
Well,
но нет, сегодня не о нем.
no, not about him today.
Хотя, может, и о нем.
Well,
У
maybe
Юрика и Юрия очень много общего.
Yurik and Yuri have many things in similar.
Они оба говорили на русском.
They both spoke Russian.
Они оба думали на русском.
They both thought in Russian.
И они оба
And they both
праздновали Новый год.
did celebrate the New Year.
Они оба слушали русские песни, любили русский шансон.
They both listened to Russian songs and loved chanson.
Наверняка у них у двоих были... То есть у моего отца была жена, и наверняка у Юрика тоже была жена.
Well, my father had a wife, and I'm pretty sure Yurik had a wife too.
Наверняка сначала они пошли в садик, а потом в школу, а потом в институт.
I'm sure that at first they both went to kindergarten, then to school, then to university.
Наверняка в детстве им рассказывали одни и те же сказки.
I'm sure that they've been told the same fairy tales in the childhood.
Наверняка они оба в детстве дрались с другими парнями.
Surely they both used to fight with other boys.
Наверняка они о чем-то мечтали.
They surely had a dream.
Наверняка они о чем-то мечтали.
They surely had a dream.
Наверняка они о чем-то мечтали.
They surely had a dream.
Еще
Also,
наверное, они оба хотели жить, но не так жить, как жили.
they probably both wanted to live, but not the way they did.
Наверняка одни и те же мысли им твердились из плазменного ящика.
Probably all the same opinions and minds have been told through the television.
Наверняка они когда-то оба думали, продолжать эту жизнь или не продолжать.
Surely they both at some point thought about continuing or not this life.
Наверняка они оба думали, быть или не быть.
Surely they both thought to be or not to be.
Эх, Юрик.
Yurik.
Бедный Юрик.
Naughty Yurik.
Интересно, какие он видит сны?
I'm interested in what sort of dreams did he see?
Интересно, снился ли им когда-то один и тот же сон?
Did they both see the same dream?
Наверняка они оба в какой-то момент своей жизни хотели творить добро.
I'm sure they both wanted to be kind and give kindness to everyone at some point in their lives.
Только, наверное, единственное, ну, может и не единственное, но разница в том, что каждый из них за добро принимал разные вещи.
I think the only difference, or maybe not the only difference, but the difference was each of them tried to explain the goodness and kindness to themselves in different ways.
И одними и теми же инструментами наверняка они пользовались как-то по-разному.
They used the same tools differently.
Ну, понимаете, например, один инструмент, например, вот нож.
Well, you know, different tools. Well, for example, a knife.
Например, нож. Можно ножом порезать салат, а можно человека.
For example, you can use a knife to cut vegetables to make a salad, or you can cut people.
Один инструмент, а результат разный.
The same tool, but different results.
Вот, наверное, в таких мелочах, вот, наверное, поэтому вот они были разные. Юрик и мой отец Юрий.
I think these little things were the things that made my father and Yurik different.
Но откуда мне знать, они оба мертвы?
How can I know? They both are dead.
Я хочу продать Юрика.
I want to sell Yurik.
Знаете, у нас так говорят, я хочу вам продать что-то, это значит открыть тайну.
Just as we say, if I want to sell you something, I want to tell you a secret.
Так вот, я вам хочу продать свою тайну.
I want to sell my secret.
Я хочу продать Юрика.
I want to sell Yurik.
Лучше аукцион.
Let's make it a trade.
И лот Юрик. Стартовая цена.
Starting price.
$8000. Почему 8? Потому что я хочу продать Юрика как символ бесконечной человеческой тупости.
$8,000. Why 8,000? Because I want to sell UKRA as a sign of an infinite human stupidity.
Здравствуйте, Света. Это команда
Halo, halo, halo. Halo, 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 halo. Can you hear me? Seba? All right. Thank you, Jarkus, for this audiovisual performance. It was kind of deconstruction of sound in a way. It was really interesting to observe, listen and travel with these sounds. These sounds were pure. They were kind of natural, but not in natural sense of this world. Yeah, and now we are moving forward, and we will see, we will watch, we will listen second part of my talk with Johnny Object, Ukrainian artist, producer, performer, who is on the front now. He is saying a lot of personal things, how he feels, first of all, and what he think about our future and what we're gonna do with all this stuff. So, John Object from some forest in West Ukraine. Thank you, everyone. Greetings to Kyiv, New York, and every other country, city, place, space from where you have been watching us or listening or feeling. Thank you.
Да, я теж у себе включив. Окей. Ну що?
Тож, це друга частина розмови з Джоном Об'єктом. Я маю приємність задавати питання українською, тому що я вважаю, що, власне, українська мова є в якомусь сенсі носієм українськості через час, повз час і теж історії, тому що, як ми знаємо, кожна історія, яка була перекладена з української на російську протягом усіх цих часів, мені здається, і призвела до ситуації, яка панує зараз. Як ти вважаєш, чи загалом, от я, наприклад, особисто, знаєш, там до 14-го, до 13-го року був такої думки, що, в принципі, взагалі всі мають розмовляти однією мовою. Знаєш, там, мова, світ, загалом. Але потім з часом зрозумів, що, не дивлячись на те, що має існувати якась універсальна мова, все ж таки кожна мова має право на існування і на продовження свого існування, так як і людина, і як твір людини. А ти що думаєш по цьому приводу?
I'm gonna speak English just to kind of prove your point, which it would be nice if everyone spoke the same language. And I do agree that this point of view is interesting, valuable, but it's utopian, you know. It seems that a lot of my past beliefs, and maybe yours as well, were not prepared for this kind of war, you know, for just straight up a genocide, you know, happening. So you go through life and live your life thinking about, wouldn't it be nice, you know, if everyone came together and if there was equality and there were no borders and there were no, you know, politicians and left wing or right wing or whatever, because that's certainly something that I've considered, you know. But at the end of the day, someone picks up a rifle and comes into your home and just starts killing everyone. And that leads me to this understanding that the politics in theory are not really important. What's important is what you actually do. You know, what's important is, you know, maybe you volunteer, maybe you donate, maybe you write or interview people like right now, you know, or maybe you're a soldier like me who literally, you know, I was at the front lines and there were a group of Russians that are no longer there. Let's just say that, you know, for example, which to me is just as valuable as any kind of theoretical propositions that one might have. But yeah, it seems that the world is not ready for any kind of building of utopia, any kind of building of the future, because the future could and should be wonderful, but for some reason, like, each day is arguably worse than the day before. You know, it seems like for a Ukrainian, more and more people die every day, and every day people are being killed. You know, for example, we were speaking with you just, you know, 10 minutes ago, and we spoke about Russia hitting a cafe in a Kharkiv region of Ukraine today. And we both agreed that it was like 50 people dead. I just checked the news, it's now 55. It's 55 now. You know, so it seems like the future is a pretty horrible thing. And whether we as a society are ready to build something and to advance into a new kind of existence where there's maybe no languages or no barriers or no, country boundaries or whatever. It only depends on the fact that, can we stop killing each other for 1 second? You know, can we just finish with the endless conflict? And it seems like it's not happening. You know, there are still countries of, 140 million people. You know, guess which country I'm talking about. Just one, that thinks fascism is cool, that thinks, oh, we can just come in here and kill everyone and take this land, and the world is watching it and like, yeah, well, we're voting for the good guy, but we're not sure, we'll buy stuff from the bad guy, we'll deal with them, we'll invite them to exhibitions, people from that country, but yeah, we're kind of voting for the good guy, hopefully, But it seems like the world isn't even sure. The world isn't even like 100% on Ukraine's side. So, in that sense, I do agree that language is powerful, especially, I think, because in this war, we are in this pretty unique and special situation where every Ukrainian, at least everyone that I've met, well, okay, 99% speak Russian, not in the sense that they use it every day, but the sense that they know it, like it's up here. They speak Ukrainian in everyday life, but the moment that we have to read something from Russia, any kind of propaganda or comments on a post or maybe transcribed, intercepted communications, military, they're all obviously in Russian. And we know this language, which is wonderful, which is so cool that we can kind of see inside the heads of our enemies. Not many countries can say that, because we have our own language, which is secret from them. Well, it sounds similar, but still, they're not going to understand it. And we know their language, and they just have the one. We have two. I think that's wonderful. And I think that, of course, is the consequence of a colonial politic, which, if Russia was not an empire, then Ukraine would just have its own language. I wouldn't know Russian, It wouldn't be normal that everyone kind of also knows Russian, but that's because there was a colonial situation, there was a relationship between a colony and an empire, and we were forced to know Russian. And now, in a time when we're fighting for our life, we can actually use that for our own advantage, which is just one, good thing about this whole situation, I feel. But yeah, even if we were someday to develop an international language, which, by the way, as a kid, I studied Esperanto, which is, you know, the proposed artificial language. Even if there was an international language, every language has to be preserved. It has to be exist in some way, because it seems like you never know what's going to happen, you know. The utopian society that I can imagine is just not going to happen. And in that sense, I just don't trust people. I don't trust humans, you know. I don't trust the whole world. So it seems like utopia is postponed, you know, maybe cancelled.
Ну так. Але знаєш, у мене ще така думка з'явилася, що власне підтримування ідеї утопії в якомусь сенсі прикриває дуже брудні справи людства. Тобто створюється така ширма, або, я не знаю, або окуляри, як це ще назвати, у людей. І, знаєш, вони десь там, в такому трохи замиленому своєму уявленні, мають візію чогось такого досконалого суспільства, досконалої системи, яка б працювала, не знаю, як називав, Венус, Жак Фреско придумав таке місто, яке плаває на воді, де там штучний інтелект всім керує і загалом по факту утопія. Тільки потім з'ясувалося, що окрім малюнків не було прописано нічого. Тобто він створив такий опис, трейлер, і просто картинки, але люди це дуже сильно впитували в себе і якось будували неіснуюче майбутнє. І мені здається, що насправді одна з проблем людства – це недооцінювання дітей і їх розуму. Тому що мені здається, що більшість батьків своїх дітей, знаєш, вони до них ставляться як до таких не зовсім дорозвинених, в якомусь сенсі це так і є, але обмежених особистостей. Тобто в якомусь сенсі іноді я бачу подібність до того, як люди реагують на дітей і на тварин домашніх. Типу, ходи сюди, там щось погладили, попі похлопали і дали поїсти. І мені здається, що через це, власне, і створюється ґрунтя в юному віку, що от є якась перспектива чогось ідеального, хоча з віком ти дізнаєшся все більше і більше про цей світ, який насправді, мені здається, ніколи не буде утопійним зі своєї природи.
Yeah, I guess the problem is that as children, so much is hidden from us, so much is not obvious, and then you grow up and figure out that, oh, hang on, actually Russians hate me, and they always have hated me, you know, because as a kid I remember me and my parents, we went to see a concert in Moscow. I'm not even gonna tell you what band that was because it's okay. It was U2. It was U2, which is embarrassing, right? Stupid band, but yeah, we went to see U2 because my parents were big fans, still are, and and they took me with them. And my experience of Russia as a kid was very kind of mysterious, you know. They wouldn't tell me what the relationship is between Ukraine and Russia and how I should feel there. but I could sense some kind of animosity and some kind of tension between me and other people, because they would sense my accent. You know, it turns out speaking Russian, I have an accent which I didn't even know, and they would be like, "Are you Ukrainian?" You know, and then it would be kind of weird, even though that was like years before the revolution, before the murders, before the genocide and everything. That was when Ukraine and Russia were supposedly still friends. But you could tell already. And my parents, they just never taught me that stuff, because even though it was taught in school, in history, to some degree, but there was no clear understanding in me that, yeah, I'm not actually like welcome here. You know, these people don't actually believe that Ukraine is a real country, which actually, like, I know, like, even back then, you know, 15 years ago or something, Russians just generally never thought that Ukraine is a country. It's not a concept in their collective consciousness, I feel. And so, yeah, it's a question of how do we tell our kids that the world is actually pretty horrible? You know, what can we do to love them and not traumatize them? And I have no children, so I don't know. But how can we be gentle and loving with them while also preparing them for the fact that they will probably have enemies, you know, sadly. I thought of myself as someone who's never had an enemy. I was a pacifist, I was far left, you know, still am far left, but there was this understanding that how could I possibly have an enemy? Like, I've never hurt anyone. I've never done anything bad to anyone. I've never even committed such as, you know, a little crime or whatever. I never stolen anything. I never even was in a fight, you know, maybe in high school or something. But I just felt like, yeah, I can be this progressive, optimistic and people-loving person that is universally kind of accepting of everyone and everything. But then just people just come into your country and start killing children, you know, shooting people in the head. And you think, well, if that is not my enemy, then who is, you know, obviously. So I realize now that to me, every Russian is my enemy, for better or for worse, because they are all responsible for this. I blame every Russian because I think that living under a fascist government, you know, watching what Russia did to Georgia, you know, in 2008, you know, what Russia did to Chechnya, for example, watching all that and still, you know, paying taxes and continuing to exist in a country in a way that is legal, not becoming, you know, a partisan or a revolutionary or anything else, makes you responsible, because you were there, you saw what happened, you knew it would happen next, and then you saw a year and a half of war in Ukraine, and you still, you know, didn't do anything, because Russia still has the same government it had back then, you know, like Russia still, the biggest changes to the Russian government happened through intervention from Ukraine, through, you know, organized killing of certain officials, of certain generals, you know, because in Russia, nobody killed a Russian, you know, nobody killed a Russian general in Russia, even though that general was obviously a fascist and any self-respecting Russian should be his enemy. And yet, no, you know, it's only through Ukraine that any kind of revolution and change in Russia is going to happen. So yeah, it's hard to internalize the understanding that I now have enemies and I have to live my whole life understanding that I might meet someone in the street or in Germany somewhere, you know, because there's lots of Russians in Germany. And in Germany, you know, lots of people want me to play shows, you know, and those Russians will come to those shows, obviously, I think, at some point. And I have to understand that, yeah, I will live with this for the rest of my life, because even after the victory, it's not over for me, you know, like, they took, you know, the lives of my friends, my even, you know, one relative. They killed so many people that I knew personally, and even if I didn't know them personally, they took the lives of so many people, and they took 2 years of my life, you know, and certain trauma, and, you know, it's hard being at the front line, it's traumatic. You know, that I can never forgive this. I cannot move on after the victory. You know, there is no kind of, okay, I forgive you, it's cool now, you know, because the criminals will never be in jail. You know, I can tell you right now that everyone who is in the Russian army right now, it's not like he's going to be in jail, you know, after the victory. He's going to live a reasonable life, you know. Maybe a lot of them will ask for political asylum and travel to Europe and write books and be like, oh, I was so wrong, the war is so horrible, I wrote a book about this. Yeah, and it's hard to remember that I'm going to have to live the rest of my life with these people on the same planet. And I don't know how to go about educating my children if I have them someday. It's hard, because at the same time, I don't want to turn my children into hateful monsters or anything. And I myself don't want to be a hateful monster. It's a very delicate balance of knowing that someone is your enemy, but you don't have to wish them harm. You know, I don't wish Russians to be dead. I'm not evil. You know, I don't wish for the Russians to experience what we experience. I'm not even asking for a fair exchange, you know, an eye for an eye. I'm just mindful of my desire to never see them, to never interact with them, to live separately in a world where I never have to remember that Russia exists again. You know? And I don't wish them to be nuked or bombed or whatever. It's maybe something that I could wish for, but I just don't have the aggression in my heart. I just don't feel anything but a desire to be left alone, which I think is universal among Ukrainians. Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope there was an answer to your statement somewhere in there. I don't know.
Це телефон. Я думаю, що знаєш, це теж не було зовсім питання, це більше я висловив якесь своє бачення, а ти своє, тому все чудово. Ну, мені здається, що таке почуття досить природне. І я думаю, що загалом, власне, проблема розуміння людей на Заході, українців, а тим більше українських військових, є така, що вони думають, що якщо ти не любиш росіян, то ти бажаєш, знаєш, тотально їх винищити повністю і спалити землю і не позамітати. Але є ще багато дуже народів навколо, які насправді теж були під впливом і, можливо, не поставили себе так, як Україна, в обороні, але мені здається, що вони чекають, насправді я не знаю, чого вони чекають, бо чекати вже немає на що. Коли Україна не чекала, але ставила чоло перша і єдина так потужно з усіх. І це не означає, що хтось менш важливий або ще щось. Це більше, я думаю, має бути якийсь такий універсальний меседж для усіх народів, країн, які підлягали російській окупації, які зараз перебувають під окупацією. І мені здається, що треба теж до них якось доносити цю думку, і, можливо, у них буде пробуджуватись. Я, звісно, з усією пошаною відношусь до бійців з інших країн і країн близьких, які щоденно борються разом з українцями, тому що вони дуже свідомі відносно того, що відбувається, а деякі з них роблять те, чого не зробили в моменті, коли Росія приходила до них. Мені здається, що створюється в певному сенсі така ще може не зовсім свідома, але коаліція країн, які підлягали імперії, і які зараз намагаються в тій чи іншій мірі боротись з цією імперією. Тільки, власне, питання, що з цією імперією робити, або як можна існувати поруч з нею. Тому що, якщо ми дійдемо до якихось, знаєш, скрайних ідей, то, в принципі, ми вже не будемо нічим відрізнятися від них. Але з іншої сторони, якщо просто якусь верхівку там, навіть якщо їх садять або розстріляють, якби система залишається, на жаль. Типу, в Росії відбувається революція і просто змінюється устрій, але загалом їх якби стиль мислення і відчуття цієї підпорядкованості, що ти типу сидиш вдома там, п'єш пивко, дивишся якусь пропаганду або тупі серіали, і знаєш, що за тебе там все будуть вирішувати. А якщо щось у тебе погане в житті, то просто сидиш і мовчиш, або там під водочку подискутуєш з сусідом. Тому насправді це, я звісно розумію, що це питання після перемоги, над яким, але мені здається, не буде в цьому сенсі, не буде часу на такі роздуми. Тобто Росія залишиться просто існувати як держава, як федерація. Чи як ми можемо забезпечити наших, не знаю, наших або загалом нашу державу, наших людей від повторювання історії, тому що зараз насправді історія повторюється вже, не знаю, навіть який раз підряд, тому що понад 350 років відбувається більш-менш те саме, тільки змінюється інструмент.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with what you're saying. It's really great points. I think my kind of idea of a safe future for the ex-colonies of the Russian Empire is that Russia has to collapse into a set of smaller independent states, because I think that only that way, you know, when somebody from Dagestan, for example, is not watching Russian television, is not taking orders from Russian government in Moscow, only in that case, these countries, which they are actually countries and nationalities, can begin a process of self-determination and deciding who they want to fight for, which side they want to be on. Of course, there's also a problem that everyone who lives in Russia right now, well, I don't know, maybe like, not everyone, maybe like 85% or something, I have no idea, but a huge amount, overwhelming amount of people are totally indoctrinated with the propaganda. Like they do believe it, you know, they're not just doing this for fun, because this is not fun. Trust me that Russians are miserable as well. You know, I'm probably happier than your average Russian, you know, and it's a huge amount of people who are right now totally like have a completely backwards way of seeing the world in their head. And these people range from, you know, being 12 years old to being 70, you know, and beyond, of course. And I'm not sure what to do about that, because I don't advocate any kind of violence at all, to be honest. You know, I think many Ukrainians can, and I understand their point, and it would be fair, you know, to imagine the same amount of missiles and drones and bombs and mines and shells thrown and, you know, aimed at Russian cities. Wouldn't that be fair, right? That would be like an eye for an eye, right? But I don't even, it wouldn't bring me any joy. It wouldn't bring me any closure, or it wouldn't make me feel better, or it wouldn't make any death that I know easier, you know. I don't even care. I don't even need Russians to suffer in the way that we have. But the question is, well, what can be done for the Russian people, or what can they do? Because the thing is, they, for one, we know that they're not going to do anything. Like, nobody in Russia will ever become politically active. You know, it's a country of people who have been taught to be inactive, they were raised in a climate where political action is for the privileged, you know, for the rich, for example, maybe, or for the corrupt, or for the ones who have the power, you know, the connections or whatever. You know, so your average Russian just doesn't think of himself as a political entity. He doesn't exist politically, you know. And so waiting for that to change, we can wait for centuries, you know. That's just not gonna happen. So the way I see it, and I'm not excited or happy about this, but I think it's inevitable that it will change into a civil war in Russia, you know, that it will be a war between the kind of Moscow and the surrounding political forces, maybe the official government, and other breakaway states that will develop. And I'm 100% sure that that is the only way that Russia can, or sorry, not Russia, but these countries and these areas can develop a consciousness, an understanding of what it's like to see murder, why murder is bad, you know. Only if you see it firsthand, it seems, because telling them doesn't work. You know, everyone has been telling them, you know, influencing them from the outside, it doesn't work. Nothing happens, you know. So it seems like civil war is the only way to actually hope that they will go through this very difficult, painful, and hard lesson of finding out that life is precious. You know? And I think it is important in a way because Russia has never really known proper civil war. You know, I know that there is a civil war in Russian past, of course, but it is a war between two kind of political forces. There has never been a war on the Russian territory that was fought by each little state for its own determination, because those states, they don't have that kind of consciousness, sadly. You know, some do. The kind of the eastern area of Russia is interesting because, for example, Dagestan, which I mentioned, it actually has a pretty powerful consciousness of its own, you know, and political ideals, and it's primarily a Muslim area, you know, versus the Christianity of the central Russia. But there is this weird situation where and they don't do anything about it, you know, for some reason. You know, they are existing in this kind of equilibrium where, while it's fine, let's just pretend it's fine. But I know that they're not necessarily pro-Russian and anti-Ukrainian, because my grandmother and grandfather were from Dagestan, actually, on my father's side, which explains my name and last name. And my father was not born in Dagestan. He was born in central Russia and moved to Ukraine as a child. So I consider myself 100% Ukrainian, but at the same time, you know, I've heard a lot about Dagestan, and I know a fair lot about, you know, Tabasaran nationality, for example, which is what my grandparents are, and they're not against Russia, against Ukraine, and yet in practice they're not against Russia. You know, they exist in this kind of weird situation where they should be doing something, but for some reason they're not. It's like they're waiting, and I feel that maybe they are waiting for the right time after Russia is weak, after the defeat, you know, after losing the war, and then that would be a lucky time for every other colony or independent nation to throw a stone, you know. And I would totally support that. I think it's really sad because we need the help right now, but I also see why it's happening this way, because they don't care about us, you know. Sadly, I have to say, they probably don't really care about Ukraine. They only care about themselves, and that seems to be the general understanding. Yeah, but it is a matter of maybe even a century, you know, because it's a matter of seeing that the generation of Russians, or rather every generation of Russians that lives there today, has to, well, get old and pass away. You know, I'm not saying they should be killed or something, but time has to take care of it. The new Russians have to be born, or rather not Russians, but people from those areas, those regions, have to be born that don't have the propaganda, that didn't watch Channel 1, that didn't watch, you know, all of this shit on TV. And that's going to take a long time, because no one's going to kill them, and no one should kill them, you know. They deserve to live, but will they be re-educated? No, I don't think so. I think it was only Germany that, after World War II, was pretending and conducting a kind of re-educational program, but it didn't seem to, it doesn't seem to, from what I have read and heard about it, it doesn't seem to have been perfect, because it created a weird kind of guilt without understanding, you know. So today, when Germany sees very similar things being done to us, they feel annoyed and sad, but they don't feel the need to help. They don't feel the responsibility, because the responsibility maybe was not necessarily understood even then. You know, the guilt, of course, they all talk about the guilt, and that's, you know, guilt should be there, but it should also be an understanding. And yeah, I'm sorry, I hope there was an answer to your words somewhere.
Ні, знаєш, мені насправді це дуже подобається, і дуже приємно з тобою розмовляти, бо це факту розмова, а не, знаєш, питання-відповідь. Це краще, мені здається. Слухай, у нас залишилась хвилина і 8 секунд, тому може якесь твоє побажання або останній меседж, який ти би хотів запустити?
Well, I can only say that Ukraine will win, and you should help us now, because we will ask you, why didn't you help after the war? You know, so you can help us now and become friends. You know, it'll be better for everyone, and you can also save our lives. So thank you to everyone. Yeah, and thank you as well for this opportunity.
Дякую
Так,
тобі.
ну що,
Слава Україні.
Героям слава.
Мяу. Це був John Object. А з вами була є і буде. А там звук не звідти йде. Там... А я вже чекнув. Дякую. Софія. Чудова людина. І не людина. Створіння. Дякую Всесвіту за Софію. Ще дякую Джоні Обджекту. Не знаю чому, вибач, друже, я постійно називаю тебе Джоні. Як брата. Золоті слова. Я думаю, що ці слова будуть підняті після завершення війни, після перемоги України і ще роки після. Тому що ніхто не знає, звідки чекати наступну навалу. Хоча, як ми всі люди, знаючи хоча б базову історію, яка була дуже багато разів перекручена, історію України, історію українського народу, а може трошки спрощуючи людей, культури, нації, єдиного соціального організму, який жив сотнями років на території сьогоднішньої України. Дякую усім, хто сьогодні зробив цей вечір, не знаю, не те, що цікавим, а спеціальним, винятковим. Хоча після багатої кількості стрімів і ефірів, які ми проводили, деякі з них, може, відходять на другий план, деякі залишаються. Це, напевно, залишиться. Тим більше вперше ми надаємо з Кракова, із Києва через океан. Дякую Рому, який поїхав туди, а я б сказав, полетів як пташка. Дякую тобі, Ром, за те, що ти робиш. Я думаю, що без тебе, не думаю, а напевно, без тебе UKRAiNATV не існувало б. І дякую за те, що ти робиш для нас. Ось. Думаю, що ми будемо закінчувати цей стрім, але ми залишаємось в Нью-Йорку ще на 2 місяці, тому заходьте, там можемо побалакати, якось там поєднатись. З того, що казав Ром, то там п'ятниця, субота, неділя, але можемо про все домовитись. Дякую, дякую, дякую.
Дякую.
І на добраніч східній півкулі. І гарного вечора бажаю західній півкулі. Чекай, півкулі. Ну, якщо поділити кулю на пів, то буде півкуля. От, ми збираємо речі тут і їдемо в Познань, де, до речі, ми вже не тільки вдвох з Софією, а скоро з'явимось більшою екіпою UKRAiNATV на фестивалі Short Waves. І просто дякую ще раз. Деякі люди, вони пробуджують надію. Надія є і буде. Дякуючи вам, дякуючи нам, будемо нести надію як головний енджин людства. Бо якщо б не надія, то, думаю, вже все б дуже давно закінчилось. А можливо, люди просто ще вчаться існувати. Може, треба їм дати час, і ми прийдемо до якогось сприйнятливого стану буття. Слава Україні! And big thanks to Julia. She made this space previously and now it's upgraded. here on site you can see our manifesto. Yeah, and in VR it looks amazing, like it's so tall and so high. Yeah, like me, but not from drugs, but from possibilities and from this chance to exist in this moment. Bye bye.